implants.
They're nice, I like them.
I know, me too. Oh, I can't wait, I'm so excited. Hey, it's Gianna. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. In today's video, I really wanted to just sit down, talk about my breast augmentation experience with the boob god. Yes, Dr. Leonard Hochstein did my breast augmentation, and I just wanted to talk about my experience, any tips I may have, and answer any questions, like the basic questions, you know? So let's get into it. So I found Dr. Hochstein through actually a referral from a friend. She was my trainer and she has amazing boobs. So, you know, I asked her, where'd you get yours done? Blah, blah, blah. And she sent me his Instagram. Dr. Hochstein, if you're watching this, whoever runs your Instagram like needs a rate. It's booming, let me tell you. So, you know, I got super invested in his work. I looked at all of his before and afters and I pretty much fell in love with every single one, which how many, I don't know, I've been to a couple different consultations with different surgeons, and of course there are some that I really liked of their before and afters, but there were also some that I didn't. Dr. Hochstein's, I loved all of them. I was like, this man is exactly the surgeon I need. So I walked into his office and there was a good amount of people in there, which, you know, you have to wait a little bit, but at the same time, they're obviously there because, like, for a reason. So basically what he does is he, like, you know, checks out everything that's going on. I want to insert a clip of me trying on the two different sizes. I was really torn between 350 and 385. That's what you're gonna see. And also, side note, the Band-Aids on my arms, you know, before going through with surgery, they like to make sure everything is A-okay on the inside as well. So I did have to give blood. So that's, don't worry about those. So let me insert that now. Okay, so this is with nothing. You can see. It's so weird seeing the boobs.
Yeah, I know.
This is what you would stay at?
I think so, but if you want to try a little bigger, you probably could.
Yeah.
Or smaller.
My mom's on board with a little bit smaller.
I think that looks very natural and real.
It's hard. I thought it would be so easy, like,
oh no. They look good.
They look good.
Yeah.
I did decide to go with 385cc. Now, when I told Dr. Hochstein that I like 385cc, he said, okay, so you like the look of 385cc. He didn't use quotes, but like I'm quoting him. He said, okay, so you like the look of 385cc. And in my mind, I was like, this is exactly the surgeon that I want, because he basically, like, I don't care if he had to put 400s, 435. I think he ended up putting 435. I'm not sure, but he wanted to make sure that I got the aesthetic that I wanted. The 385 look is what I wanted. So whatever he had to put in, whether it was 300, 350, 385, 400, I'm not sure. I believe he puts in 50cc more than the implant, because if it's under the muscle, I'm not sure, because then I also got the card that said 385. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I got 385cc, whatever that means. I feel like as women, we like to fixate on numbers. We like, you know, scales, we like calories, we like cc's. So when deciding on what cc's that I wanted, it really played with my mind. Like, I don't really think in those clips it showed much of a difference between 350 and 385. I'll be honest. So I was kind of toying back and forth with the idea. I asked everybody, and to be honest, half the people that I asked said you're going to regret if you don't go big, because that's what everyone gets used to. You get used to the way your boobs look and you're like, oh, I wish I would have went bigger. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, is 385 not enough? Should I be going bigger? On the flip side of that, other people are telling me, you're gonna regret it if you go too big, you're gonna look like a house, you're gonna be, you know, just, and at the end of the day, if I could give you all one piece of advice, just go with what you like. Like, don't worry about what you might regret, because at the end of the day, it is your choice. And yeah, so I liked the way the 385 looked, period. I didn't want to go any bigger, I didn't want to go any smaller, and I knew it in that moment, so I just said, you know what? Let me do 385, and as soon as Dr. Hochstein said, okay, so you like the look of 385? I was like, take my money. Speaking of, okay, so then money, it cost me $6,900. Now that is a lot of money. It was so worth it. His work, he is an artist. That's why they call him the boob god. He did such, I'll be honest, he did a really nice job. I chose to go with round, under the muscle, 385cc, high profile, silicone gummies, the Sientra brand. For incisions, I kind of always just expected I would get underneath the boob, just because that's what a lot of people I know have, so I figured, oh, that's it. I knew for sure I did not want it through the armpit because I do work out, and I thought that the healing process would be kind of rough for me. It would just, I don't know, it wasn't something I was interested in, but as soon as I went into his office, I kind of just let him choose, because I thought at the end of the day, you kind of want the one that the surgeon tells you. Like, he is the professional, and whichever like incision placement that he's comfortable with, or that he thinks that your body would suit better, is exactly what you'd want to do. So, you know, he said that he wanted to do it through the areola. And at first, I even remember I made a face, I was like, but I just trusted him. I was like, you know what? If that's where he thinks I'll have minimal scarring, if that's where he's most comfortable, if that's what, you know, whatever. So I just thought, let me leave it to the surgeon, the professional, the artist, because there's no, like, I'm very impressed. I'm only 6 weeks post-op right now. I will be doing a 6-month post-op video, but I mean, he did a really nice job. I'm just very happy with his work. Okay, so let's talk about post-op. The strangest thing that happened to me was the very next day. You know, like you watch all these videos and they tell you that as soon as you take off the bra, it's going to be high up on your chest, far apart squares, which is basically what they are. I mean, they are not very pretty as soon as you take off your compression bra. But the strangest thing that happened to me was how bloated I was. And I took no painkillers. I didn't take one. That's how, like, I didn't feel any pain. I know everyone's different, so I mean, don't feel bad if you have to take them. You're prescribed them for a reason. The only thing that I did take religiously, of course, is the antibiotic, because you don't want anything to, you know, build up in there. So I did take the antibiotic. I did not take any painkillers. But I guess when your body kind of goes through like a trauma, I've heard that this also happens when people give birth as well. Like, your body just goes through such a shock and a trauma, and something like a major surgery, all of your organs kind of fill up with water to combat that, or it could have been from the fluids when I had anesthesia. I'm not sure which one, but just know if you bloat, it only lasts about 2 days and then you're back to normal. That was one thing I was freaking out about. So something to be aware of, you will get, throughout the healing process, you do get these, they're called zingers. And it's just like a little, I don't really know how to describe it, but like a little like zap almost. So expect those. That's just basically your nerve endings like starting to work again. Oh, another tip. Of course, probably TMI, but I did get my period the day of the surgery. I knew it was gonna happen. I don't know if I manifested it or what, but I just knew the day of my surgery was gonna happen, and sure enough, she arrived. So make sure that you bring a panty liner. I use tampons, and I didn't know that you're not allowed to wear a tampon during surgery. So yes, make sure that you bring a panty liner or pad or whatever. Also, in the shower, make sure that you turn all of your body wash, shampoo, conditioner, whatever muscle you use to like take the soap or shampoo or conditioner out, it does kind of hurt. So that's something that I did not think about. So flip everything upside down so it's just easy to squeeze. My gosh, you guys. Okay, so I felt no pain, but they were so itchy. Very itchy. So just be aware of that. I don't know if it's because my skin was so thin that like stretching kind of made it like, oh, it was so itchy. It's not itchy anymore, thank goodness. I just went to Victoria's Secret. I'm a 32D, but you know, I'm not sure. I know sizes all kind of range around, but I like to know what people get. So at Victoria's Secret, I measured at a 32A, and then at Victoria's Secret now, after 385cc, I am a 32D. So, yes. So I also followed a ton of social media pages with, you know, that were catered to people going through breast augmentation surgery, whether it's their experience, whether if just they were thinking one day they'd like to, or if they were planning on doing it like right now. So one specific Instagram page that I really liked, it's called My BA Journey 8155, something like that. I'll put it on the screen and down in the description box, but basically it's like very raw, real images. And what I like is that it's a private page, so you have to submit like why you want to follow the page. It's screened, so I like that. And you know, they're all such nice girls on there, so I would definitely recommend following them if you haven't. That page, it's just full of very real, honest, uplifting women who are kind of going through the same thought process as you are. You know, some of them are scared, some of them are excited. So it's nice to have like a little support group. So I really hope that answered any questions you may have. I will be doing a video in the future as well to kind of, you know, check in and see what's going on 6 months from now. And thank you all so much for watching. I know there's tons of videos out there, so if you're watching mine, thank you. It means the absolute world to me. I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!